Hi YouTube, this is Akemi Hoshi here, coming at you with another React video. Today we're going to be reacting to HexJuice's video about the Wuthering Waves livestream. Now, the Wuthering Waves livestream, in my opinion, was really awkward, to say the least. Um, I felt like it was more of like a, how do I put this? It was more like a infomercial type of live stream than it was an actual like live stream for the game itself to promote it, and to show us, because usually with live streams, from my experience, is like it's to show you what's to come with the game, what to expect from the game itself. Now we did see some of that, but as well, there was a lot of bunch of other random stuff that they ended up doing that made it really awkward for me to watch. Um, there, they played like they had played it's like some mini games and they seemed to have no purpose in regards to it. Instead of just kind of like eating up viewer time and not actually showing game content like they should have. Like, I really feel like they should have pivoted more in regards to looking into the content of the game, especially with it releasing in just a few days. And as the time of the recording of this video, it's going to be releasing tomorrow. And all the information that they had already provided on the live stream was already provided through Wuthering Waves' other social media methods like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. So, what was the point of this? What did I really learn from this? Like, instead of, besides just sitting here and feeling like I was watching like those '90s infomercials videos, is where they're trying to sell you a fucking vacuum that will suck the dirt off of your ground a little bit better, for like 15% better maybe. I don't know, dude. It was really weird. But I would really like to check out Hex's Juice take on this situation, because um, Hex Juice is someone that I really do, whose opinion I really do. Uh, what's the word? For lack of better words, I really I, I enjoy her opinions. Like, a lot of her opinions align to with what I have to feel about certain games, and especially because we end up playing a lot of the same games. Uh, it's nice to see critical opinions in regards to the games that we are currently in, because I don't enjoy when people just like dick ride a game for so fucking long, even especially when there's obviously problems with the games. There, a there has to be conversations in regards to what we can do to better the game. Not just not because like we want to be rude or anything, but I feel like it would really benefit the game and the developers to get constructive criticism in regards to their game, to hopefully do better in the future for the games that we enjoy. So I'm going to watch this video, and let's see how she feels about it.
What's popping? I am here for a video of a type of content that I promised as Wuthering
Also, follow follow Hex Juice. She's amazing. I love her so much, and she's funny as hell on Twitter.
Waves released. And unfortunately, this is before the Wuthering Waves release. But I want to talk about this live stream that was put out by Wuthering Waves, at least in the EN version. Subscribe.
I I just learned this, that there is multiple different versions of the live stream, and I didn't know why I didn't think about the possibility of there being in different regions. I just thought that they just kind of showed one live stream and like they added subtitles to everything, um, and so that's why that way the experience might be the same for throughout each different regions. But apparently there was a Japanese one as well, as well as a few other different ones that had different experiences than the American one did. That, I don't know if that's normal. Is that normal? Because I think with Genshin Impact they have just that one stream with with the creators. I didn't know there was different versions of. I don't know if they do different versions of the same live stream. I don't. I'll have to look into that.
I said that I would be critical of any game that I played, and I would
Which is definitely
always state my
necessary.
genuine opinions about Wuthering Waves because I'm not just a Wuthering Waves glazer. I'm a Wuthering Waves lover, and you want to see things be the best that they can be when you love them. You don't just want to glaze them. And I want to talk about this live stream, at least the EN version, because I think it's safe to say that a lot of people were pretty disappointed. And I also think it's interesting the fact that they chose to do different live streams for different regions. The GAP and the CN and the EN live streams were all different, had different content, and they did different things. I want to first start off with the compliment sandwich. I am still incredibly excited for Wuthering Waves. And this trailer did not dampen that too much, but I do think that was also sort of helped by the fact that I had a friend with me reacting, so I didn't have to
See, the thing is, as well, and kind of touch on something that she already said. Um, I want this game to do really good. I want it to do well, for a few reasons. One, first and foremost, of course, the game looks really good. Like I want more games like this to come out for me to be able to enjoy. Because at the moment, as we speak, I don't I haven't seen any other games, and I know a lot of people hate to throw comparisons around, but ever since I've played Genshin Impact myself, I was obsessed with this game, and I wanted more of it. I finished most of the content in the game in about 3 months because I just really enjoyed it that much. Uh, I would stay up all night and like have so many days where I would not sleep because I really wanted to experience the game and I just could not put the game away. And after I was done with it, of course, we all have that feeling when we finish a game where it's like that depressing moment. It's like, okay, it's over. There's nothing else for me to do. And that's how I felt about Genshin Impact. Like I had nothing else to do. I finished the whole story. At the time, it was before Fontaine came out. I finished the whole story for Sumeru. I had done quite a bit of side missions to the point where like my quest log was only had like one or two quests to it, and then I had finished. It's not the not the friendship one, not the hangout ones. I haven't done the hangout ones. I probably should do that one, but ugh. Um, I didn't finish all the hangout ones, but I finished. I think the character stories, all of them I had cleared out in the span of me starting it, which was back in April of 2022, and to July 2022 is when I absolutely pretty much cleared all of the fucking game. Um, and there was nothing else. There was nothing else like Genshin Impact at the time, and there is a lot of promises for stuff that would come out that would be like Genshin Impact, but so far we have not received them yet. And there a lot of them are still quite a bit out uh, as the time of recording, and so that's why I'm really looking forward to this game because it's another like Genshin Impact e type of game where it's like open exploration with a lot of cute anime characters and gotcha. Like come on, as gotcha fans, how could you not be excited for this?
react to it all by myself.
Oh, also, the second reason. I'm sorry, I almost moved on before I made my second did the second thing. Um, the second reason why I really wanted to do well is because this will cause competition for other games that not just for Genshin Impact, but any games that are wanting to like be like Genshin Impact or like have that open world type aspect with the hint of gotcha into it. Um, it'll show that hey, look, there's Wuthering Waves now. It's not just Genshin Impact. It's there's Wuthering Waves. Like you have this stuff that if you don't do this decent, you yeah you might still get like a dedicated community of people, and that's not a problem. But like, you might not do as good or even close to these type of games. And if you don't, then Genshin Impact and maybe even Wuthering Waves will fall down the aspect of like, oh well, we're comfortable, so why should we like put out good content? People are not gonna want, or people are not gonna waste their time going to other games if we don't do good because there is nothing better. And so that's why competition in the marketplace of these games is really good. And I really hope that Wuthering Waves does that as well as Project Mugen and that new Azure game that's going to be coming out. I'm really looking forward to those as well. Those are two games that are on my radar for hopefully for me to be able to spend time with. I was also like I feel so like kind of side note in regards to a Hoyo game. I was really looking forward to Zenless Zone Zero possibly being another game that I add to my repertoire of games because there's Genshin Impact. I'm actually kind of enjoying Honkai Impact Third. It's just like it's taking me a little bit of time to get into it. It's like it plays like a traditional gotcha game. At least the systems do. So it's kind of weird to me. I've never really enjoyed like the blandness of those systems. So it's kind of like for me it's hard for me to wrap my head around spending time around games that have those type of systems. Um, and I was hoping that Zone Zero will would be another game that I can really enjoy. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel super bland about it. Um, that's just a quick side note. We'll probably talk about that later as Zenless Zone Zero comes closer. I'm hoping that they make changes, but that's not for today's conversation.
I oiled up to Rover and I gave them a physical examination.
Oiled up.
I think I maybe see like 1% of the chat actually talk about what's currently going on.
It's like
The rest
none
is
of
just
it.
tech don't save us.
Tech, don't save us, please.
Please end the stream.
Please stop doing these fuck ass mini games. I don't care. I'm incredibly excited for Wuthering Waves. I think what gameplay content they did show looks really, really nice. It does seem like they fixed some of the saturation issues, if I'm not mistaken. The game looks gorgeous. This looks gorgeous. The music video was really, really cool. All of
That
the
music,
incentives.
yo, the music already for this game is so good. Like they dropped a music video during the live stream, and it got me hyped. I'm not gonna lie.
And everything they're giving to new players when the game comes out is really, really, really cool. I'm very excited about all of those things, and I want to give credit to those
design
things.
is so good.
And I also want to give credit to the fact that I do feel very much
I want her. I don't know who that is, but I want her.
Attempts by Kuro Games, the team with Wuthering Waves, to try a couple of different things.
Her as well.
And I wanna give them credit for that. They didn't try to just blabber at us a bunch of stuff and just pure bleh information word vomit for an hour and a half. I think they tried to entertain us. I think they tried to do a couple of different things that I haven't really seen in some of live streams for Hoyoverse stuff. I'm only comparing it to Hoyoverse because that's the most obvious comparison.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they tried a lot of things, and I think a lot of those things failed. I think it was an interesting concept to bring content creators on there. It was a different thing entirely to choose to have it be fully scripted in the way that it was, because these content creators were obviously not comfortable doing that scripted content. We can agree on this. It was a very painful experience watching them try to give their lines in a way that seemed in any way genuine, and that's not hate to the content creators. It just seems like an odd choice to bring content creators on and then script their interactions so heavily. But I think it was a cute concept. I think the minigames was a cute concept. I think they were very bloated, and honestly, most people don't really care. But I think there was an obvious attempt to have a sense of humor about their game, about what they're doing. It shows an obvious attempt to try to make the live stream into an event and not just an info dump. And I think that we should give them credit for that. I do have a couple of
Now, so here's the thing. Like, yes, it's true. Like, it's nice that they tried something different, and uh, many different companies should at least try to like liven up their live streams. but this the the live stream itself didn't seem genuine. Like it didn't seem that's my biggest problem about it. Is like it didn't seem like everyone was there genuinely. Okay, that's pretty much it. Like they it just didn't seem genuine. Like it all seemed scripted. It just seemed like they were in, like reading line per line of a script. That it felt like even like the humor itself was super. What it didn't the humor itself didn't seem real at all. It just seemed fake to me. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. It's just a lot of it just seemed fake.
Primary gripes, mostly that the Chinese and the JP version had very different things within them. I just saw.
He's precious though. I love that guy. I love him so much. I, I remember I was watching this and someone in my chat was like, "Yo, I thought that was a girl." He looks really pretty too. I was getting a kick off more of like the background. It looked like they were just sitting in front of like a paper mache, a paper poster of the background, not even a green screen.
The freaking Rexlent Yang Yang is so freaking funny. I liked this part, to be fair, but like the CN and the JP
I think
versions
I enjoyed
had
Rex the most out
different
of
stuff
all the characters
in the videos than the EN version.
I mean, out of all,
And I
I'm
think
sorry,
that
all the
kinda
characters.
sucks. They had
I call them, dude. I call them characters because again, they just didn't seem genuine. That's actually what it seems like. They were all just playing specific characters in the live stream. But Rex, if anything, is props to you, buddy. You were so fucking funny. I love you. You're so pure.
more gameplay footage. They had more information specifically about the game. And maybe they thought like we try to entertain the Westerners specifically because dumb Americans don't want to hear all the info or whatever. But I really, really, really would have liked to see more about the game, to see more gameplay footage, not just like pretty screens, like pretty
Yeah.
wide panning shots and stuff like that. And I would have liked to know more about what they changed from the beta to now. That would have been really nice. But that's fine. I guess a lot of it is just that they're
They only shared a little bit of information in regards to what they're changing from the beta, and I didn't get into the beta, so I wouldn't like necessarily gain anything from that information. But it's nice to know. It's nice to see like changes that these game companies are implementing, kind of to be able to stick with the conversations along with with the beta players. Um, Coming from a place where I enjoy video games. Like I enjoy this type of stuff. Like info dump me. I don't give a damn, dude. Like I want to know what is changing in the game, what changes are going to be done, and instead of having to sit in front of my screen reading a like 15-page document on their website, I would like it to be presented to me in a video, and that's the opportunity that they had with this video. There's this live stream, and it didn't happen. I'm okay with info dumping about this stuff, and if we had to take away from all this, if we had to take all like the funny stuff from it, even as much as I love Rex, I would have much more appreciated that.
they're obviously inexperienced and making a live stream that is this hyped. This was probably a difficult thing to live up to. God, Rexlent is just so uncomfortable. I've just never seen somebody less comfortable with what they're doing in my life. I'm so sorry. I'm getting distracted by the footage. But I actually like this. I like that it shows that they're trying to do new things. They're trying to appeal to the audience via being entertaining. I think that's fine. But the pure lack of like actual information about the game, about the changes made, about sort of basic information regarding
I actually really enjoyed
mechanics
her
and stuff like
cosplay
that,
too.
that would have been really, really great. I think that the fact that that was not included in this live stream, but it was in other
That's
live
so
streams
cute.
is a little odd. I did see someone sort of theory craft that the reason that that was because they wanted to give different live streams to different audiences and take feedback and see what worked and what didn't. And if that's the case, I definitely understand that. Maybe that level of experimentation could have been used in a different context at a different time and not the first like really big like official like live stream for a patch like this, because this was a really big deal and maybe we didn't need to experiment quite so much in my opinion. But I also want to talk about something, which was the chat, because while it's great to have a fast moving chat, it's fun to see, it's good to see people's excitement and their hype and all of that, this chat realistically was almost entirely unmoderated. The waiting room all the way.
Yo, listen, I just realized that. I don't know why I thought about that. They didn't. I think a really good thing they could have done is like looked into chat and been like, oh, let's get some information from chat and see how we're doing, and go from there. At least in this aspect, because and with it being a new game, I think it would have been such a good idea to get like get some feedback already from the 1.0 live stream. But wait, hold on. What was going on with the chat?
Through the end of the live stream, that chat was mostly unmoderated. The only moderation that I saw was that you couldn't post the same message too many times in a row. But if you just copy and pasted the same message twice in the same message and then spammed it, you can still spam just fine. But otherwise, there were people spamming slurs.
They just used generic
languages. There
mod,
were
I'm guessing.
people just saying really gross, heinous shit about the people who were on the live stream, which is disgusting and heinous. And there was also a very significant amount of spam regarding Brazil. And I do want to give context to this because I think a lot of people were confused. Essentially, Wuthering Waves had promised translation to Brazilian Portuguese and promised localization, and I believe also voice lines to Brazilian Portuguese.
But it didn't happen?
They canceled that just recently in the last couple of days. They also ceased any continuing of supporting that in the official Discord as well. So there was like a specific section of their official Wuthering Waves Discord that was for Brazilian.
Did someone just say I'm gay now? Let's go. Midwest accent. ¿Será que alto MSM? That sounds fake. Wow, amazing. Oh, this is talking about alto. You're saying his voice sounds fake? Smash? Okay. Valid actually. Kuro supremacy.
In Portuguese
my baby
speakers,
boy,
and they completely took that off. They're no longer
my husband.
That's
pretty normal.
of the Discord, so they don't really have anywhere
Let's go,
to
husband.
talk in their native language. And additionally, they are no longer
PS4,
supporting
PS5.
it for the game, and so people are obviously.
Oh yeah, what's going on with that? Like, so I guess they're going to be bringing support. You know what? Never mind. We'll talk about that.
So like that spam was really taking over, and a lot of people did not know what it meant, did not know what it was about. I don't like put a 1 in chat if you even knew what that was about. Just a quick 1 in chat if you knew why they were saying that, other than because I told you. Yeah, it's a couple, like quite a lot of twos. And I'll say that probably a lot of you are more informed because you're more hardcore players of games because you're on Twitch. Having this in here, I guess it's fair for them to be allowed to speak their problem, but most people didn't know what this was. But having a completely unmoderated chat where there were slurs, there were people saying really disgusting.
I mean, I wasn't there for the live stream. I didn't get the memo. So I didn't experience it. But hearing about it, I did not know about that. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with like a bunch of contractual stuff. But for them to completely take out the entire support for Brazil, I think something else happened. At first, I'm thinking like right off the grip, it's contractual stuff. Maybe some stuff fell through, but for them to pull support in general, something's going,
about
something
this
else
content
going on.
creator just generally being pretty heinous and spamming really, really badly was not
internet
great.
being the
I don't
internet?
know how you could fix that in the future. I'm sure there are bots that can be added. I don't
Yeah.
entirely know how YouTube chat works, to be fair. But that was, I think, a mistake because there were sort of like gang wars happening where, you know, Getchit is the best. No, Wuthering Waves is the best. Oh, hail Tech Toad. I hate Tech Toad. Blah, 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 blah. Like, people were fucking, like, spamming in chat so fucking bad. And really, I think probably it did take away from the experience for some people. It's, like, funny to a certain extent. But when slurs are allowed, racist comments are allowed, it is kind of crappy. Obviously, you can always just disable your chat if it bothers you, but chat is part of the experience. Chat is very fast, it's very exciting, everybody gets to share their hype. And the fact that people were saying just disgusting shit in that chat about
That's
him,
ridiculous.
it bothered me. I didn't really like that. I don't know how it would work to be able to...
I mean, whenever I go into live streams, or even when, yeah, any type of live stream, when it's not like a content creator, say for example, if I'm watching an esports live stream or if I'm watching these developer live streams, I never really go into the chat because I'm not there to like communicate with the chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It probably sounds disingenuous that I'm not trying to connect with the community through the live stream chats. I don't know what your guys' opinion would be on that, but I don't go in there at all, and it has nothing to do with my any experiences. It's just I don't see any reason why I should. Uh, when I'm not trying to interact with the people, I'm trying to when I go into a live stream, like say for example, a someone's Twitch. Like say for example, if you go to twitch.tv backslash forward slash Akemi Hoshi VT and you try to talk to me in chat, that's pretty much my experience in regards to what I have in regards to live streams. I don't do it with developer streams or esports stuff, um, because I'm there for their content. I'm not there to connect with other people. Uh, but that's just me though. Um, for them to be doing this shit while there is a live stream though, for the people that actually do that, and for the people that do go in there and want to interact with other people, that's kind of it's disgusting. It's gross. It's people should know by now that being racist isn't funny. Like come on now, like what you'll make yourself feel happy for a minute for what? For what?
To moderate that accurately, mostly just because there were almost 30 to 40,000 people in the live stream that entire time, and it was obviously going very, very fast. It's difficult to moderate, obviously. But yeah, I think that was a problem that I think is the easiest to fix, to be honest. To moderate chat shouldn't be the worst option. Unfortunately, they're probably going to have to instill a couple of bots and have some people who are there specifically to moderate in a couple different languages.
Which they should have
sure.
kind of done it from the beginning.
That this is a first time thing for them, and so obviously they're...
I wonder if any of the other live streams had that type of situation. What were their moderations looking like on the other live streams compared to ours?
There's going to be some...
Because that could look bad on
an
us.
incredibly awkward live stream with very little of substance. The actual substance in this, what was it, hour and a half long live stream? Like, I think it would be less than a third of this live stream was really actually related to the game and the gameplay and things that people care about.
Most of it was the trivia.
But not when people are waiting for information about a game they have been waiting for 3 years. And they also didn't really prep us on what we could expect from the live stream. So when it ended after just another mini game, and granted it was them playing the game, so that was kind of nicer.
Yeah.
But when it just ended on this note,
that part I actually enjoyed. The point where like they're actually fighting the boss battle. That's content right there for in regards to the game. So that's something that I actually sat here and was like, oh, cool. This is something that I can expect to face in the game itself. I don't want to see people sticking a whole like cake in their mouth and trying to guess if maybe theirs had wasabi or maybe the other ones had wasabi. It's why?
With the
Why?
CEO, I was kind of like, oh, is that it? Did I just watch all of this extra stuff for literally nothing else? All of the interesting new information was at the very beginning, and even then it wasn't very specific. And so being more specific about what has been changed, what they heard us on, and why they changed it and how they changed it, actually having gameplay information would have, I think, really tempered a lot of the discontent, even if they kept in the mini games, because at least the mini games would have felt worth it. The mini games didn't feel worth it because there was no payoff at the end of a mini game where I got to learn, like, oh my god, they added this thing, oh, they changed this thing, OMG,
Yeah, it was
that
just
thing.
a waste of time.
You know, like, I wanted to know more about what the changes were. And so this is part of an effort of me encouraging content creators and also viewers and everyone to put in meaningful, critical feedback so that they can do better next time. Is this about the game directly? No. A few small changes, and I think this would have been fine because they did have more they could have added. They just specifically didn't put it in this version of the live stream, which is so weird. I hope they do not continue this habit of putting more information specifically in the CN version or the JP version than in the EN version. Because if that's the case, then there is going to be a continuous discontent regarding these live streams. Absolutely. I'm still excited for the game. I can't wait to play. The game looks really beautiful in the gameplay that we did get to see. They showcased a couple of new characters.
The
They
music
showcased
video
the
was
models of
amazing.
some characters that have been teased for the next banners after the first set. And I think overall, like, this obviously looks gorgeous. It looks amazing. It's really hype. The song that they put out was really, really hype. I really do like it. The mini games were trash given that there was no payoff of actually learning anything else. So having kind of like a build-up payoff thing, I think could have helped a lot with this. But honestly, yeah, I would have preferred a subtitled CN stream rather than having this very awkward, scripted EN stream in which all of the content, like the two content creators looked incredibly awkward and didn't really seem like they knew how to like make it natural. I would have just preferred more gameplay because that's what people are here for. They're here for the gameplay. You know, we can fall in love.
I feel like what they should do. I think I'm gonna end it here, with the video, because the criticism I would give is go back to just one video, just do that, whichever one did best in regards to like the live streams. Take that region, and just keep building off of that region, and then just kind of just share it with subtitles to the other ones. We don't need 3 different ones because we can potentially lose out on information if one live stream decides to share more than the other. And I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want to know that my experience was less in regards to getting information in regards to the game than it was for, say, let's say the CN live stream. I want to know the information that everyone else gets at the same time in regards, at least in regards to these live streams, because of course I can always get the information from Twitch, other content creators from Twitch, or I can get it from YouTube, or I can get it from Twitter. Just fine. But if I'm gonna spend my time looking at these live streams, I don't want it to go to waste in regards to just watching these little mini games, because there's no point. Well, that's just my opinion about this. Other than that, I really enjoyed everything that's coming out for Wuthering Waves. I'm still super excited. It's going to be coming out tomorrow, but at the time of this recording, and I still have to figure out who I'm going to be pulling for. But that's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone who's tuned into this video. Everyone go check out HexJuice, follow her on Twitch, and check out her YouTube videos. They're super informative. I love her takes on things. It's definitely it definitely allows for conversations to start up. But if you want to kind of check me out as well, and be here during live streams, I'm usually live in the mornings on twitch.tv/KemiHoshiVT, and I hope to see you there. Goodbye, YouTube.